William Mccray. Youth ages, immaturity is outgrown. Ignorance can be educated, drunkenness sobered, but stupid lasts forever. There are two plagues that have infected the city of West Palm Beach: racism and corruption. They are rampant throughout the city. Let me explain. Chief DeMasi told West Palm Beach officers that he voluntarily withdrew his candidacy for chief of police in Cincinnati, Ohio. We don't believe that. The chief said that this was his dream job after telling this dais, the taxpayers and voters, that he was here for the long haul. Now that he didn't get the job, he wants to stay here till he retires. He has lost the confidence of his officers and the voters. I hope that they still have the courage to make that voter no confidence. Mayor, if you retain him, you're going to get voted out. The morale is even lower than it was under Chief Bush, which is remarkable, seeing that most observers felt it could go no lower. We now know that he put in at least one application in Ohio. Ed Mitchell put in at least 2 applications elsewhere. Randy Sherman was allowed to convert a termination to a resignation and get a 90-day severance pay. 2 white police officers were arrested for felony criminal mischief and did not get fired, and one was promoted to a detective bureau 2 months later. One of these officers was involved in a shooting incident where a suspect, Mr. Mccray, was shot, and Chief DeMasi blasted the state attorney's office for not charging the suspect with attempted murder for what he felt was appropriate. Chief DeMasi needs to go find his dream job somewhere else because it isn't here. And you're disloyal to the voters and the officers. You wanted Malley arrested for false charges and let Officer Lally not take a report that led to a black woman being shot in the head and the shooter killing himself. Lally, a white male, was promoted 2 months later. There was another homicide of a black female who lived in the Grand Isles on Haverhill Road. Neither of these homicides was mentioned by the Palm Beach Post. Is the police department hiding these murders because the victims are black? I think so. Matthew Ladd, a decorated war hero who served in Iraq and Afghanistan, just won a judgment for $888,000 against the city. The incompetence, injustice, malfeasance, and corruption of this legal department, headed by Claudia McKenna, is simply stunning beyond description. Once again, the City of West Palm Beach Police Department has discriminated against another officer. This time he was white. I wonder how much more money the legal department is going to spend fighting this. I wonder how many more times this incompetent legal department is going to say the jury got it wrong, when in fact the legal department and the city police department got it wrong again. Elliot Cohen, making in excess of $100,000 a year, had on the city's website, ex-cop's lawsuit dismissed again. Why didn't you put an incompetent legal department loses again? And I expect more losses soon. Why the bias, Mr. Cohen? Shame on you. Your bias is racist. Congresswoman Frankel, you marched in the King celebration. It is a disgrace. I hope one day black people are smart enough not to have someone like you, who's done nothing for the black community, singing "We Shall Overcome" in the front of a parade. Are you kidding? Just because you're a congresswoman? We don't need your seal of approval. What have you done for the black community? Nothing, except the only thing you'll say is that I promoted the first black chief. Wow, that's not very much. I'm sorry. If you're going to do something for us, do something, but you're not going to do anything for us, so you need to stay out of the parades. Why was Mayor Murillo and Kimberly Mitchell on the stage announcing a new school for black children when in fact they're not giving any money to this? These so-called black church leaders will not come down to City Hall and speak on any real civil rights violations or discrimination against African Americans. Please do not give these people your money. They don't deserve a penny.
Thank you, Mr.